Stall out them pint bottles, I green the crib. I poured so much I ain't want to live. Told money then, shit, we in the wind. I was in the hood when I clipped the bin. Since a young nigga, I been ready. Went glass house on nigga Chevy. In this game, I tried plenty settings. It's all or nothing. How niggas been. God sucker niggas, keep suckers with them. One of the reasons I ain't fucking with them. Trish taking some more than her. Guess she couldn't even afford a winner. I'm open late, don't need a scale, and it's always over. Sneak wishing well, I double down, slick shit to spell. Shawty know I don't kiss and tell. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded.
All right, chat. What we doing, man? What we doing, chat?
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go. Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut it live out. What we doing this morning, chat? What we doing this morning, chat? Double tap the screen, shut it live out, man. GOP loses Miami to the left for the first time in 30 years. Are the Democrats back? And we got Candace Owens beef over there with Tim Cass going on. A-Dub, what it do? La la. Goes harder, what it do, man? Double tap the screen, shut it live out. We got a pretty good episode for you this morning. Like I said, man, that GOP lost Miami, man. The GOP lost Miami. We're gonna get into that. We also have Trump. We have Trump doing a press conference. They're calling it MAGAnomics. Trump's doing a MAGAnomics press conference, so we'll check that out as well. What else do we got? Oh, we got Tim Pool and Candace Owens going back and forth on their episodes. They got Elon says SpaceX is planning to go public next year with a $1.5 trillion valuation. They're projecting it to be the largest IPO in history. The largest IPO in history. The Pentagon also ordered to form an AI steering committee on artificial general intelligence. A $900 billion defense bill hits the floor this week. Buried inside is a historic first. The 2026 NDAA requires the Pentagon to create an AI future steering committee by April 2026. The first time Congress has directed that, man. Also, we got RFK saying he doesn't want those satellites in space. He doesn't want Elon and Bill Gates and Altman to put those satellites in space. He says once that is there, they'll be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day, harvest our data and control our behavior, man. At least somebody's fighting a good damn fight for us, man. Shout out to RFK. I seen him rip out like 21 chin-ups too, man. He's like 70-some years old. Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. They're saying Canada is seeing sex for rent agreements becoming popular, man. Back in my day, the landlord used to hide that shit. The landlord used to hide it that he was banging the tenants for a place to stay. Nowadays, that's not what's going on, man. Nowadays, they're just posting ads like, hey, come bang me a few times a month. Let me live here for free. That's what's going on in Canada. We're going to get into that as well. Everybody double tap the screen. Shut it live out. Doom. What am I doing up so early? Getting the damn worm, man. The early bird gets the worm. No diddy, man. Let's get into it, man. We're going to get into that 2025 Miami race. How many of y'all watched that last night closely, man? How many of y'all watched the Miami race closely? I'm pretty sure Carlos did, man. I wanted Carlos to call in and tell me how he feels about it since he's down there in Miami. let's get into it. Let's get into exactly what happens. Okay, so it was a runoff. It was a runoff. Let's get into it. Miami has been a Republican stronghold for decades. The last Democratic mayor, Stephen Clark, left office in 1997, nearly 30 years ago. Yeah, that's almost 30 years. Since then, the city has elected Republicans or independents leaning conservative, including Francis Suarez, who won re-election in 2021 with over 75% of the vote and has maintained a 68% approval rating heading into this cycle. Miami is a majority Hispanic city with about 70% of residents identifying as Latino, and traditionally Latino voters lean Republican, especially on issues like immigration and economic growth. The mayor's role is the mayor's role is part-time with limited executive power. The real authority often sits with the Miami-Dade County mayor, but the position carries symbolic weight, influencing development, tourism, and city branding. This cycle, term limits forced Suarez out after his second full term. The election was nonpartisan on paper, but it turned into one of the most overtly partisan mayoral races in Miami's history. According to longtime Commissioner Joe Corallo, it pitted national Democratic momentum against the Republican loyalty in a post-2024 Trump era. The candidates, it started off with 11 candidates, jumped into the November 4 primary. It quickly narrowed to 2 for the December 9 runoff. Democrat Eileen Higgins and Republican Emilio Gonzalez. I seen Emilio, I believe. Or no, I didn't see Emilio. I seen the Miami's current mayor. I think he went on Benny Johnson. When was that? Benny Johnson, like 2 days ago, and he was talking. All right, Higgins is 61, a Miami-Dade County Commissioner since 2018. She's born in Miami to Irish-American parents, the first non-Hispanic mayor-elect since the 1990s. Her platform focused on local pain points, housing affordability amid skyrocketing rents, climate resilience against sea level rise and hurricanes, public safety, and transit improvement. She positioned herself as a pragmatic Democrat, drawing national support from figures like Kamala Harris and progressive donors. Higgins emphasized inclusivity, pledging to work across aisles to economic pressures hitting working families. Gonzalez, a former city manager and ex-police chief, ran as a tough-on-crime conservative endorsed by President Trump. It's looking like that Trump endorsement is not hitting as hard as it used to, man. It's looking like the Trump endorsement is not hitting as hard as it used to. It says, he hammered immigration enforcement, business deregulation, and anti-woke policies. Trump called him a fighter in a rally shout-out, framing the race as a test of GOP strength in South Florida. Gonzalez backers included local Republican establishment and business leaders wary of progressive shifts. The primary saw Higgins edge out Gonzalez with 28 to his 26%, forcing the runoff. Campaign spending topped $10 million. $10 million. With attack ads flying on both sides, Higgins hit Gonzalez ethics probes from his city manager days. He painted her as a socialist threat to Miami's pro-business vibe. Debate centered on affordability, with median rents up 20% since 2021 and inflation biting. Voters heard promises of rent caps from Higgins and tax cuts from Gonzalez. Primaries on November 4th was chaotic, low turnout at first. Around 15% of registered voters were scattered resorts amid rain and early voting glitches. Higgins led narrowly, but no one hit the 50%, so that's what triggered the runoff. Last night, December 9, polls closed at 7 p.m. By 9 p.m., Decision Desk headquarters projected Higgins the winner with 59% of the vote to Gonzalez 41%. Final tallies, about 37,000 ballots cast out of 175,000 registered voters. 21% turnout, up from 16% in 2021, but still historically low for Miami. Early voting and mail-ins favored Higgins heavily. Gonzalez held edges in some conservative precincts like Little Havana, but she outperformed Kamala Harris's 2024 margins by 25 to 42 points in diverse areas like Wynwood. Concession came quick. Gonzalez called Higgins at 10:15, praising a hard-fought race. Higgins' victory party at the Miami Women's Club erupted in cheers. She took to the stage around 11 p.m., vowing to build a Miami for everyone. Official certification is set for December 16, with her swearing in January 7, 2026. They said, why did Higgins flip the seat? Turnout dynamics. While overall low, there was a 33% spike from 2021, driven by mobilized Democrats and independents. About 91% of new voters lean her way, per early analysis. Younger Latinos and women showed up, frustrated by economic squeeze. Second, Trump endorsement backfired. The Trump endorsement backfired in a city where immigration is personal for many Cuban and Venezuelan families. His hardline rhetoric alienated moderates. Polls pre-runoff show 55% of Latinos viewing Trump unfavorably on policy. Gonzalez ties to Suarez pro-crypto high-growth agenda didn't resonate among cost of living woes. Third, Higgins' ground game. She outraised Gonzalez 2-1, flooding social media with affordability spots. National DEMS poured in $2 million, framing it as a people's economy fight. Gonzalez's campaign struggled with internal GOP fractures. Some local Republicans sued to delay the election to 2026 midterms, fearing an off-year loss, but the courts rejected it. Critics on the right blame apathy. Trump voters stayed at home without a national ballot, but data shows this was no fluke. Higgins built a coalition of progressive moderates and even some disaffected Republicans. Locally, Higgins inherits a city booming but strained. Post-Hurricane Milton recovery, a $500 million budget shortfall, 40% rent-burdened households. Her win signals a leftward shift. Expect pushes for affordability and housing mandates, green infrastructure, and police reform. As the first woman mayor, she'll amplify voices on gender equality and family leave, but gridlock looms. The commission is GOP leaning, so she'll need bipartisan deals. In Florida, this strings DeSantis' machine. Miami-Dade, once a swing county, went blue federally in 2024, but this is the first big local Dem upset since 1996. It could energize challenges to the Republican dominance in Broward and Palm Beach, pressuring Governor DeSantis on housing and climate inaction. We've seen DeSantis already trying to cut out those property taxes, so he's already been looking at that. Latino voters, key to Florida's purple status, showed cracks in GOP loyalty. 55% backed Harris in 2024, and Higgins' margins suggest affordability trumps culture wars. Nationally, it's a bellwether for the 2026 midterms. Democrats licking wounds from 2024 claim momentum. A Trump-backed loss in ruby red Miami echoes. Hold on. I hate when my gimbal does this, bro. Like, why? I hate when it does this shit. Nationally, it's a bellwether for 2026 midterms. Democrats licking wounds from 2024 claim momentum. A Trump-backed loss in ruby red Miami echoes New Jersey's off-year flips. Reuters calls it a test of voter sentiment on inflation and immigration issues, where Trump polls underwater. For Republicans, it's a wake-up call. Low off-year turnout cost them a safe seat, highlighting over-reliance on Trump's coattails. Expect Dem ads touting this in swing districts. GOP strategists may pivot to economic populism. Sounds about right. Sounds like that's what they need to do. Not gonna lie. Yeah. All right, here we go. On economic populism. In a polarized U.S., it underscores how local races reflect national fault lines. Hispanic shifts could reshape Sunbelt battlegrounds, man. All right, Chad. What do y'all think this means for Florida politics, man? Miami having its first Democratic mayor in 30 years, man, and it's a woman. First woman mayor ever, man. Chat, how do y'all feel about that? Double tap the screen, shut a live out. I hope everybody's having a great morning. No, my name is not Jamal, dude. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. How do y'all feel? You said Don said he wanted tough on border. Yeah, well, one thing Trump has done is shut down the border. No matter who likes it, who doesn't like it, one thing we can all agree on is Trump shut down the damn border. The southern border is shut down, chat. Let's see what she said in her victory. I have never heard this woman speak. I don't know anything about this woman. I'm honestly surprised she won. I'm just gonna be all the way honest. But when they say she outraised Gonzalez 2-1, that's what I'm saying. What the hell is up with with the Republicans, man? It's like are they holding all the money back? Because they just got swept in November. Abigail Spanberger, Mickey Shirelli, Mom Donnie, even Jay Jones won. Now we got Miss Higgins taking over Miami. What the hell is going on, Republicans? What's going on? Is it the money? The Trump endorsement? Remember, Winsome Earl Sears didn't get the Trump endorsement. She still lost. Gonzalez just got the Trump endorsement in Miami. He still lost. What's going on? Where's the money? They said that this woman outraised him 2-1. Tens of millions of dollars. $2 million just coming from the national demo. Where's the money? I thought the GOP was the money man. Where's the money? Y'all don't want to give Gonzalez some money, man? Where's the money? The endorsement, see, this is what I was saying the other day when I said a Trump endorsement is worth $100 million. Somebody said not really. And now I might be scratching my head because maybe they needed to spend some money with it. Maybe the Trump endorsement's not hitting as hard as it used to hit, man. It used to be worth $100 million, man. A Trump endorsement, you might well put that as $100 million on marketing budget, straight up. It's not hitting the same, man. It's just not hitting the same, man. Gonzalez got the Trump endorsement, man, and lost to this woman, man. She outraised him 2-1. Where's the money? Where's the money? We seen the Democrats flex the money. When they went on their redistricting and they went up there, they had the money. When they was talking about the grassroots and all of these campaign donations for this and that, where's the money? Let's see what this lady had to say, man. I don't get it, bro. Where's the money?
Mayoral runoff election. Let's listen to Eileen Higgins tonight, who is claiming victory.
I really am profoundly honored to stand here today as your next mayor. Tonight, history was made. Our city chose a new direction, right? So, you chose competence over chaos, results over excuses, and a city government that finally works for you. But this victory belongs to all.
It says a lot to me that she went over there and did this at the woman empowerment thing. Now, I know she's the first woman to win mayor down there in Miami, but it's kind of crazy that where did she have this at, man? Where was this at? Hold on, Chad. Miami's Women's Club. Okay. She had this at the Miami's Women's Club.
The people of Miami to a powerful, diverse, unstoppable coalition from every neighborhood, every generation, and every background. Lifelong Miamians, newly arrived dreamers, Democrats, Republicans, and independents.
The hell is over her mic?
Together, we prove that when we unite around honesty, opportunity, and results, Miami wins. But this isn't just a celebration, it's also a promise. Because Miami is facing real challenges, and tonight marks the beginning of the work ahead. As your mayor, I will restore trust with transparency, accountability, and a government that actually delivers. No more endless delays for families trying to fix a home or a small business trying to open. We will cut red tape, repair what's broken, and modernize City Hall so it finally serves you. We will confront the affordability crisis with the urgency Miami's families need. We will make our streets safer by supporting law enforcement and strengthening community partnerships. We will protect Biscayne Bay and build a resilient. Oh, we have the Bay lovers are in the house. We will protect Biscayne Bay and build a resilient Miami prepared for the future. And above all, lead a city that belongs to everyone. A city where seniors can stay, young people can build a future, immigrants feel welcomed and respected. Where opportunity lives in every neighborhood. I just spoke with my opponent, Emilio Gonzalez, a good man that I've known for many, many years and genuinely respect. He cares about our community, and that is what unites us, a shared desire to see Miami succeed. So tonight, to my campaign team, volunteers, community leaders, faith leaders, youth fellows, supporters from every corner of the city and beyond, and of course, my lifelong friends, my family, and my mom and dad. Come on, I know you hate this. My mom and dad, thank you. All of you together powered this victory. And
I see you say the Democrats have no real leader. Well, shit, what the Republicans gonna do when Trump gone? Y'all gonna hand that shit over to J.D. Vance? Y'all gonna let Mike Johnson do his thing? Well, after Trump, it's looking a little shaky for the Republicans too, hell. Shit, honestly.
And you made this moment possible. But I know something else about all of you. I know full well that you plan on holding me accountable. Because tomorrow morning, it's time to get to work. Right? Miami's promise will be limitless when our government matches the energy, creativity, and determination of its people.
I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't know if I want J.D. Vance leading us in the war chat. I'm just gonna be all the way a buck with y'all, man. I don't know if I want J.D. Vance at the helm of the country if we in a damn war. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be honest.
For 8 years, you've trusted me to deliver results. Tonight, you've trusted me again. And so here is my promise to you. I will serve every single day to be the honest, effective, hard-working mayor you deserve. Voy a ser la alcaldesa honesta, eficaz y trabajadora que ustedes merecen. We are turning the page. We are restoring trust. And together, we are building a mighty...
Let's see. No, George, I did not serve, George. I did not serve.
That works for all of us. Muchas gracias a todos. Get to work.
Okay, that is the victory party at the Miami Women's Club in Edgewater right now. Eileen Higgins dancing right there. Her family on stage, her supporters. She is a...
Oh, you said not one J.D. Vance to lead us into war. See, I don't hate J.D. Vance. I think J.D. Vance was one of the best speakers throughout the 2024 debates. When they were doing the debates and the rallies, J.D. Vance was clearly the best speaker. But when it comes to war, just how I seen when he sat down with Zelensky, when Zelensky was over there and they got to talking about the tie and, you know, just certain things like that. Now, Trump is a one-off, you know. Trump is one-off. We know what Trump's going to do. He's going to get on True Social, talk that shit. He's going to come up there. I just think J.D. Vance might try to do that, and it's just not him. It's just not him. Like, J.D. need to come in there and just be cool, be J.D. Vance. Let's be real. Trump 2.0, that shit's not going to work. Trump 2.0 is not going to work. JD, if he gonna come in there, man, he needs to be, and that showed how kind of hot-headed he was. Like, we sitting here trying to negotiate a peace deal in front of TV, and y'all done got on Zelensky ass in front of these people. See, it's just a little different. With Trump, we kind of expected, the world expected, but they're probably not gonna put up with America's shit if everybody just keeps coming thinking they Trump 2.0. Now, Mike Johnson, we know what we gonna get with Mike Johnson. Let's just be honest. We know what we gonna get with Mike Johnson. It's not a secret. Mike Johnson's third in charge. It's not a secret. So honestly, if you want to be real, I'd probably rather see Mike Johnson, because at least we know what the hell we gonna get.
Former Miami-Dade County Commissioner for District 5. She left that position to run for office, campaigning on a platform of creating affordable housing in the city of Miami, of improving transportation, doing more about the homeless situation, especially in downtown Miami, bringing businesses and helping small businesses, and also improving the permitting system in the city of Miami. But one of the big issues, not only for Eileen Higgins, but also for Emilio Gonzalez, her opponent, is to bring civility back to City Hall. No more of the name calling, no more of the accusations. People call it...
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'd probably rather see J.D. Vance up there than Greg Abbott, man. I ain't gonna cap. I'd probably rather see J.D. Vance up there than Greg Abbott, man. Yeah. I'll probably.
Each other are either a communist or you're a fascist. We didn't hear that in this campaign, and that is a refreshing change. So kudos to...
It's kind of crazy. If y'all want to be honest, if y'all want to be totally honest, it's kind of hard to judge who the Republicans should put up, because everybody's just pulling Trump's. You know what I mean? Let's just be real. Who over there has their own idea? Who over there? That's why I said Mike Johnson kind of is going to go back to the traditional Republicans. That's why I said Mike Johnson, we kind of know what we're going to get with Mike Johnson. J.D. Vance is kind of a wild card right now. I'm just going to be real. We don't know what version of J.D. Vance we're going to get, man. Let's just be honest, man. We don't know what version we're going to get, man. Straight up.
Both of candidates, both to Eileen Higgins and also to Emilio Gonzalez, who did not have the votes to win tonight. There's the numbers right now from the Miami-Dade Election Supervisor's Office. Eileen Higgins getting 59.3% of the vote, with 100% of the vote in. Emilio Gonzalez, 40% of the vote. Emilio Gonzalez is a former city manager, former director of the Miami.
If we don't know what we're going to get from Mike Johnson by now, it's kind of crazy, because everybody's pulling on, everybody's with Trump right now. It's either you ride with Trump or you get Marjorie Taylor Greene. So it's really hard to judge the Republican Party independently right now, like just without Trump. What's going to happen when Trump's gone? one thing I can say though is I watched Mike Johnson get up there for damn near 40 days in a row and give the same damn speech, man. We know what's gonna happen if Mike Johnson steps up there, man. We got a lot of footage on him, a lot of tape. We know how he talk. We can damn near do Mike Johnson impersonations just like Trump. I might pull out my damn podium and get up here and do a damn Mike Johnson impersonation, man. We know what the hell you gonna say.
Miami Airport, an Army veteran with a very illustrious resume. He headed the United States Citizenship Office for years. He is an insider, but he prides on explaining that he is not a politician. This was his first run for public office. All right, we have reporters out there. Your reporters are covering the story. Chelsea Jones is at Eileen Higgins' headquarters, and we also have Abby Dodge with Emilio Gonzalez. We're going to be following them. We're going to be going to them throughout the night. So join us here on our CB.
So to wrap all of that up, man, before we move on to this RFK is the Republicans gonna have to open that wallet up, man. Let's just be all the way honest, man. They lost this race because they didn't spend the money, man. That woman won. She outraised him 2-1. They spent the damn money. The National Democrats put $2 million into that damn mayor race, and it is what it is. The Republicans thought that Trump's endorsement was gonna cover, and this time it just didn't. They thought Trump's endorsement was going to cover down there in Miami, and it just did it. The Democrats put their money where their damn mouth was and won. Straight up. They put the money where their mouth was. How don't they have it, Erica? How are we going to say the Republicans ain't got the damn money? Where did the money go? What happened to all of that money Trump left over? Didn't they say Kamala was the one that went flat broke and spent everything? What happened to all the money? I thought Trump was a walking meme. Didn't they say that they saved hundreds of millions of dollars on advertising? Where's the money? Where's the money? Straight up, where's the money? They told us that Kamala ran out of money. They told us that the Republicans had an overflow. Where's the money? All right, this is RFK talking about Elon and dang, I hate that my camera's crooked. I wish it would stand straight. I hate that my camera's crooked. It's gonna bother me, Chad. Hold on, this shit's gonna bother me, dude. Is that a little better? Okay. All right, so we know Elon, Altman, and Bill Gates, they're trying to take AI to space. They're trying to put these satellites in space where they can harvest the sun's energy and have them all linked. They're going to shoot the information through lasers back down to Earth. And RFK is not having it. And I'm with RFK on this shit. We're not having this shit, man. They're talking about 24-hour surveillance every square inch of the world, man. This shit is the police state, man. This shit is gonna be crazy. It's not gonna be too much of nothing going on. They're gonna be influencing us. They're gonna be sending down them damn waves, making us think crazy and probably itch and shit, man. There's no telling what's going on, man. I'm not with that shit. Good job, RFK. Let's listen to him.
All of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. The mechanisms are being put in place.
Corey, this place is not an echo chamber. You just came in on the wrong damn show. You come in some nights, your ass gonna get ran the fuck up out of here if you're a Republican. You come in some nights, your ass gonna get ran the fuck up out of here if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, black, white, dark, bright, or alien, or NPC, man. Get your ass and have the conversations. Don't run. Just don't run. That's all I ask. If y'all want to sit in here in my chat, go back and forth to shit, don't run.
That will make it so none of us can run. and none of us can hide. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day. They're putting in 5G to harvest our data and control our behavior. Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply. Vaccine passports. You have a series of rights. As flawed as our government is, you can still go out and go to a bar, you can go to a sporting event, you can get on a bus or an airplane and you can travel. You have certain freedom. You can get educated, etc. The minute they hand you that vaccine passport, every right that you have is transformed into a privilege contingent upon your obedience to arbitrary government dictates. It will make you a slave.
Straight up, RFK. Somebody got to say the quiet part out loud, man. And this is big for RFK to say this. This is why it's so important for RFK to say this, because our economy is hinging on AI right now. We got all our eggs in that AI basket. So for RFK to come out and say this, man, he really just stuck his middle finger up to the establishment. I'm just going to be real. If AI fails in America, our economy's, man, we might just be screwed. At RFK saying, look, man, I understand the AI initiative, but you guys don't need to put this shit out there, man, and let Bill Gates and all of these dudes control it, man. This shit ain't good for nobody, man. Shout out to RFK. Speaking on that, we're gonna get into it. Hold on. All right, this is the AI AGI. The Pentagon ordered to form AI steering committee on AGI. The fiscal 2026 defense bills requires a high-level panel to assess artificial general intelligence implications by 2026. Analyze emerging AI that could lead to AGI, frontier models, agentic algorithms, and neuromorphic computing. Second, assess how China, Russia, Iran, or North Korea might pursue AGI development. Third, develop a strategy that keeps humans in control. The bill specifically requires the capability for humans to override AI through technical policy or operational controls. The committee will be co-chaired by the Department of Secretary of Defense and the Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, alongside the Vice Chiefs and the Pentagon's Chief AI Officer. They owe Congress a full report by January 2027. Whether AGI arrives in 5 years or 50s, the Pentagon is now officially preparing for it. Here's the article from Perplexity. High-level leadership, broad mandate. This is over there from Perplexity. Perplexity.ai is where the article is. High-level leadership, broad mandate. The committee will include service vice chiefs, the vice chief of the National Guard Bureau, key undersecretaries, and the Pentagon's chief digital and AI officer, among others the defense secretary deems appropriate. The mandate extends beyond analyzing emerging AI tech. It includes frontier models, agentic algorithms, what we just read. According to IBM, artificial general intelligence represents a hypothetical stage in the development of machine learning in which artificial intelligence systems can match or exceed the cognitive abilities of human beings across any task. While AGI remains theoretical, the provision reflects growing congressional attention and potential national security implications as AI rapidly advances. See, this is the thing. I believe Elon is already suing Sam Altman. Elon has accused Sam Altman of already achieving AGI. He said Sam Altman achieved AGI like 2 years ago. So Elon and Altman have their thing going. Now we have the Pentagon coming out saying, hey, look, we got to create a task force for it by 2027. AGI is here. If the Pentagon saying they need a task force that has to go for Congress by 2027, Elon accused Sam Altman of having it 2 years ago. Sam Altman saying that, look, man, it's a 20% chance we don't make it out of this shit alive. Yeah, AGI's here, man. AGI's here. They just covering their ass, putting it on paper now that they're recognizing AGI's here. In case somebody comes and tries to sue their ass, they're like, hey, well, we just started looking at it, man. Human control, risk mitigation focus. The committee must develop a risk-informed strategy for the Pentagon adoption of advanced AI that maintains human oversight of mission command and ensures capability for humans to override artificial intelligence through technical, policy, or other operational controls. The bill states it would also examine operational effects of integrating advanced AI into the Defense Department networks from technical, doctrinal, training, and resourcing perspectives. The $900.6 billion defense authorization bill, which exceeds the administration's budget request by $8 billion, awaits votes in both chambers this week before heading to President Donald Trump's desk. The Pentagon Chief Digital and Artificial Intelligence Office, currently led by Douglas Maddy, has driven AI adoption efforts since achieving full operation capability in 2022. Beyond AGI steering committee, the broader legislation includes provisions requiring the Pentagon to develop security policies for AI and machine learning systems used for defense purposes, man. So that's what's going on right there. We're gonna move on, man. That's what's going on right there. Let's get into Tim Pool, man. Tim Pool went the hell off on Candace Owens. She ended up responding to him. Oh, before we get into that, have y'all heard about the sex for rent in Canada? Let me see if I can pull up a video about the sex for rent in Canada, man. Let me see if I can pull this shit up, man. They saying that it's no longer a secret, man. They're trading sex for rent in Canada, man. I think they're making ads about it and everything, man. Alright, here you go.
Part of the deal. Sex in exchange for free or discounted rent. Predatory landlords across the UK are asking for rent to be paid with sex, with an estimated 250,000 victims. Have you done something like that before?
No, I haven't.
Illegal under the Sexual Offences Act and technically punishable by up to 7 years in prison.
This in the UK.
Easygoing, laid-back landlord looking for a friendly, open-minded, attractive female, 24 to 40 years old, can be negotiable on rent. But despite the growing number of landlords offering these arrangements, only one person has ever been charged with the crime. With the cost of living crisis pushing more people into financial institutions.
Alright, man. That's what's going on in Canada specifically. It's going crazy right now, man. I'm just gonna be real. I'm from a small town, man, and that shit been going on, man. There's a few landlords out here, man. They'll try to poke a hole through a damn doorknob if you let them, man. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you. This shit been going on. Landlords been having babies on their wives and then baby mamas and shit, man. This shit been going on. It's just mainstream now. See, before it was the landlord asking, like, hey, look, man, you want to give me a little bit of that for a place to stay? Now the roles are reversed. You know what I'm saying? The damn roles have reversed. It's like, look, I need a landlord that's going to take a little bit of this for a place to stay. The roles have reversed, chat. It's crazy. The roles have reversed, chat. It's crazy, man. 2025, man. The roles have reversed, man. The status quo. Alright, here we go, man. This is Tim Pool going the hell off on Candace Owens.
A large portion of people believe Turning Point, the victim, is actually the perpetrator. Terrifying the political climate is. The left doesn't have this degree of self-sabotage. If you think about left get everything they could have dreamed of from the murder of Charlie Kirk. And again, I don't know what Robinson's political affiliation is. He's got a transferee boyfriend. We'll see what the evidence shows.
So you believe the FBI story?
I'm so. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh, what the FBI said.
You believe the FBI story. What does that mean? What does that mean? That Tyler Robinson climbed up on that damn roof and shot Charlie Kirk, man. Had the gun in the damn brush wrapped up and shit, man. That he was over there with his transferry boyfriend, man, plotting this shit. Carved all of that shit into them bullets, man. What do you mean? Shit, heard Candace Patel get up there bug-eyed about 6-7 times talking about this shit, man. What do you mean? What's the FBI story?
Believe the FBI story.
I'm so, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh, what the FBI says, Tyler Robinson did all that, so...
Do you believe that? I think that the evidence we have seen thus far, Occam's razor suggests Robinson is the likely culprit. We will see what happens in the trial when evidence is presented, but there's literally no other story. Just a bunch of fucking retards on the internet saying stupid shit. What that does is, the organization that helped get Donald Trump elected, which needs to persist, you're going to be a fan of it, but it certainly will help get individual congressional candidates elected and stop Democrats from launching new committees and putting more people in prison like Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro. Instead, it's being gutted by fucking psychopaths telling people to pull their donations. So when this organization burns to the ground...
Y'all know what I hear coming out Tim's mouth right now? I hear him saying, F Charlie Kirk and everything he stood for. F Charlie Kirk and the horse he rode in on. It's about the money. We don't care about what happened to him. We don't care about none of that, man. We trying to win these midterms and keep this money flowing. That's what I hear coming out of Tim's mouth right now. I'm just being honest, man. I hear blah, 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 more money, blah, 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 blah. Fuck what you talking, blah, 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 blah. The GOP is blah, 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 blah. I don't care about blah, blah. It's about the damn money, man. Let's be honest. I don't give a damn about these people, man.
Brown, or whatever the fuck happens to it, maybe they're fine. The organization that's rallying young people, causing a shift in the political leanings of a generation for the first time in history, is now in dire straits. Their leader and founder murdered, and prominent pieces of human trash are trying to destroy it. It's fucking evil. So you know what? When someone pulls in front of my property and fires on it several times, I'm sitting here looking at these vile pieces of shit and thinking to myself, for what purpose will I stick my neck out if this is what happens after Charlie Kirk is killed? Candace Owens is a fucking evil scumbag. She is a degenerate. She is burning everything down, gloating and smiling while she does it.
Now, I'm just going to be all the way honest with you. Tim calling her a scumbag, dirt, whatever he called her, man, that's their business. That's not my business. Tim got the right to have his opinion. He can feel how he want to feel about Candace Owens. But y'all see I cleaned that shit up. At first it was all about GOP and moving and we need this organization to keep it going. Then he got to talking about, well, Charlie Kirk was murdered and like what's really going on right here, man? Is it about the money? Is it about office? Is it about America, or is it about party? Like, it's so much going on here that I'm trying to unpack. I really can't get a read on Tim right now on what he cares about the most. I think he cares about a basket of things, but I just can't really get a read on which one is the most important to him.
And you know what you fucking told me? She has no security. She doesn't fucking deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer. And all of these fucking conservatives out there that send me these fucking messages have no fucking balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these fucking messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't fucking DM me like I did something for you as you cower. As you fucking cower. Scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination. Which she's doing to me right fucking now.
Yeah, that was the...
I'm fucking done with these people.
She has security, just not on the level of you.
Oh yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. She doesn't give two fucking shits. No one's out for her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy. And she doesn't give a shit about her security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my fucking property and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got fucking strangers coming up to my house in Maryland.
So this what they meant when they said Tim doxed Candace. Is this doxing, chat? Is this doxing? And then he just put his homeboy, whoever is sitting across from Tim right now, bro. Tim just threw you under the damn bus, bro. Hey, where I'm from, we call that shit dry snitching. He said you went to her house. She had a 4-foot wall and one fat security guard with the neighbors. She invited you to her house. I don't think she expected for you to leave her house and tell all her damn business. That's crazy. What?
Being done with these people.
She has security, just not on the level of you.
Oh yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. She doesn't give two fucking shits. No one's out for her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy. And she doesn't give a shit about her security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my fucking property and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got fucking strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in. I got people showing up and beating up the residents who trying to live there. How the fuck am I even supposed to sell this property? And you know, it's all lies, it's all hypocrisy, and it is for the purpose of...
He said they beating up the residents. Man, no way they going over there beating up on Tim tenants, man. I guess Tim saying that he got a crib in Maryland or somewhere and he has some residents there. So I'm assuming he has tenants. And he says they're beating up the tenants. Man, come on. There's no way you think we believe they're showing up in Maryland looking for you, not finding you, and beating up the damn residents. And we haven't seen a picture. Like, we haven't seen a nut. We just hear about it here, man. Listen, we are in the age of social media, chat. I got in a damn car wreck like 2 days ago. Y'all know what I thought about doing? Posting that shit. Like, you know what? Let me tell my YouTube community. I just got in a car wreck, man. Got smashed from behind on the interstate. No diddy. The car hit me from behind on the interstate doing like 70, man. Let me show these people that. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, I just did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what, fuck. But best believe if somebody had beat up one of my damn neighbors or some shit like that and it's my security and I'm really fearing for my life, I probably would have posted some damn receipts, man. I'm just going to be real. I probably would have posted some receipts.
Making money, and she does not live the way other people live. And she claims she likes Charlie, she loved Charlie, and she is burning everything down that he built because she is evil. She is evil. And I'll say it again, this conservative movement is fractured, it's fried, whatever it is. Okay? Republicans are on track to lose the midterms. They were actually trending in the other direction until Charlie Kirk was murdered. Yeah. And this is the point, isn't it? The most effective political assassination in history, and thanks to the likes of the vile cunt Candace Owens, she has turned Turning Point into the perpetrators of the crime that was against them. I don't get paid by any of these people. I'm not on good terms necessarily with Turning Point USA. They didn't invite me to their stupid event. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. They invited me back after I started criticizing Candace. I'm not going to your event.
Man, listen, I see the clip of Candace yesterday. She really called Tia Pool out. She said Tia Pool allegedly be going to the poker table, putting 100,000 on one hand, losing 100,000, and going home and whooping on his wife and kids. That's what Candace alluded to, allegedly. She was like, look, man, I'm not gonna lie, this might get ugly, Chad. This right here might get ugly. Tim just pretty much doxed her, says she got 4-foot walls, she lives in a suburban neighborhood, has neighbors and shit, one fat security guard and shit like that. Called her scum of the earth and shit, and she came back and was like, look, dude, you gamble too much and go home and beat on your family afterwards. This might get real ugly, Chad. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm over all of this shit. The last thing that I need to deal with is a bunch of cowards in conservative media refusing to stand up to her. Megyn Kelly, come on. I appreciate the kind words, but come.
Man, let Kyle ride, Erica. We not getting nobody out of here this morning, man. Let Kyle ride, man. We freedom of speech over here, man. We freedom of speech over here, man. This morning, man, don't get nobody ass up out of here. I just told you. I just looked in the camera and told everybody don't run. And if I tell everybody don't run, we can't kick them out now because they not running. We can't kick them. I just told everybody don't run. So we damn sure can't kick them out. Hey, man.
Come on. Pathetic bullshit. bullshit. You know, and I get people saying, Tim, you know, thank you so much for talking about it. I don't care. I'm not doing a favor for anybody. I'm not doing this to benefit anybody. Nobody's paying me. There's no fucking Russia. There's no fucking Israel. There's just me sticking my neck out and then risking dying for what? A bunch of cowards that don't want to stand up to protect themselves? People like fucking Candace Owens?
I couldn't believe that she put you in the thumbnail.
What a fucking cunt.
All right, you spamming. Hey, just stop spamming, Kyle. Stop spamming over there, man. And if you don't throw personal attacks to people in the comments if you don't know them. Now, if you want to talk about ideas or what they believe in and shit, hey, tear they shit down, man. That's what we do over here. Y'all come over here every day and tear my ideas down, and I tear y'all's down, and we build them back up, and we have a better understanding of what the hell is going on. But no personal attacks, man. We don't know nobody in this motherfucker, and no spamming, but yeah, do your thing in there, man. Defend your ideas, defend what you got going on. I'm gonna open up the phone lines in a minute.
Her piece today.
I'm done.
The idea that she
I'm
didn't imply
fucking done.
that you had some benefit or that you benefit somehow, like
She benefited. I think she's a Fed, and I think she killed Charlie. No one benefited more than her, and now she is. When you look at what's stopping us from winning in 2026 right now, what the biggest threat and the biggest fear we have is, it is the disarray on the right. It is the fracturing of the coalition of all the different voices that came together and stopped the neoliberal bullshit liberal economic order machine that was coming out and telling everybody to chop their dicks off and that you had to get fucking injected or get locked in your house. And here we have a coalition resisting and rejecting that. Charlie Kirk dies, and he's not perfect. He loved Israel. Some people don't like that. But he certainly did organize a movement that brought people together, that helped get Trump elected, helped Republicans win, and resisted what the Democratic Party had been doing and these psychopath institutions. I don't want to go back to COVID. Does everybody remember what that was like? When you were locked in your home, you had to wear 2 masks. Anywhere unless they stuck you in the arm. And the only resistance we had was these feckless loser Republicans who've got nothing done over the past year. And now Charlie Kirk was murdered. And we say, holy crap, what do we do? How?
I just don't understand how everybody can be like, I'm not with all the damn pokes and sticks and shit either. But what I don't get is when I see a lot of these creators come over here and they talk about all of this 2020 pandemic and shit like that, they just fail to mention Trump just was fucking congratulating this shit a couple months ago. Like, yeah, we need it. You know what I'm saying? It's still going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all not?
Keep things together. And Candace, with a smile on her face, and Ian Carroll and all the rest of them say, Turning Point did it to themselves. They destroyed themselves. Pull your donations because they work for Israel. Even Nick Fuentes calling it out, saying this is psychotic. So when we lose in the mid,
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know about that party loyalty shit, man. Because at the end of the day, the Democrats got some fundamental shit that's fucked up, and the Republicans, we're not getting what the hell was supposed to be going on. Just being honest right now, man. Shit's going crazy. The average car note just hit like what $750, $800, man. Like shit's going on right now. So that blind party loyalty will probably never be me, bro. I'm just gonna be all the way honest. Blind party loyalty. See, if I go over there with the Republicans or the Democrats, they gonna MTG me. They gonna Marjorie Taylor Greene me, because when I feel like some shit's going on that I'm not condoning or I'm not with, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna get up there in front of that damn mic and be like, y'all on some bullshit. I can't hold you. Y'all on some bullshit. You see all these people behind me? Yes, we are all on the same party, but them folks back there is on some bullshit right now. Straight up. And they wouldn't let me do that, man. They know better.
and the Democrats bring back their panels and their subpoenas, and they start arresting people like they had already done in the past 4 years, and then we get whatever the equivalent of lockdowns is going to be, and you get President Gavin Newsom. You can mark it all back to this moment when you had evil stand, scream, and cowards refuse to do anything.
With all due respect, always every single president loses in midterms.
And guess what?
Every single one.
The prediction markets showed that it was near 50-50 based on the political swing that we had seen. Gen Z, the first generation in 100 years to tick slightly rightward in some areas, not all, but some. And this was a big moment because while they were very similar to millennials, they were slightly more conservative in some areas. And we saw that in the past couple of years, Gen Z was actually skewing away from LGBTQIA issues. How is this happening? It is not only, nor solely, but largely Charlie Kirk and his work with Turning Point. And so Turning Point certainly has its issues, but there's literally no reason to burn it to the ground. Unless, of course, it makes you famous and rich, you know? So I guess by all means. My issue right now is...
People are shooting at you. That's obviously your...
Certainly.
100%. But we lost Charlie Kirk. You're thinking about, taking off in the sunset. Who we got left? So Charlie's gone.
Candace Owens. Congratulations.
Okay, we got Candace Owens too.
Good. So you can spin around with your dick in your hand while you sound like a retard to the average person, and then Democrats win.
I mean, but you're taking off.
Yeah, you know why? Because people are not... when I get private texts and messages saying like, "Oh yeah, I agree with you, but I would never dare say anything," I'm like, I'm not doing this. My whole life, I have had a disdain for those who demand others work for them. Now, I hold on for a minute. Like, I understand we all work for each other. I'm saying, remember when I was younger, I was like, we're in Chicago, I skateboard, but there's nowhere to skate in the winter. So what do we do? Crap, I figured something out. 10 of my friends come together and put $100 down every month. We can actually rent a warehouse. And you know what they all said? You do it and then let me know and I'll think about it. Yeah. And that's the world, and that's what people do. So when people message me saying I wouldn't dare speak up against Candace, I'm just like, oh, fuck off, dude. Coward. But to the people that have started speaking out, calling her out, good. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter in the end. It doesn't really matter in the end. She can say whatever she wants. She can do whatever wackaloon show she wants. The fact that she put me on her thumbnail today, titled "Who Benefited from Charlie Kirk's Death?" She's retarded. I don't think she is. Or doing it intentionally, as it doesn't matter. The message is clear. You speak up against her, and she will sick people on you. Is that the purpose? I called her out.
Absolutely, that was the point. The reason she put you on the thumbnail was because you had the audacity to call her out. It was.
I'm gonna keep it all the way real, man. Candace is the hottest thing on the motherfucking internet right now. You called out Candace because you wanted some likes, clicks, and views too. Now, whether you think Candace is a shit person or whatever, you wouldn't have went that damn hard on her. You wouldn't have went that damn crazy on her. Candace, I feel like Candace gave Tim Pool what he wanted. Tim Pool wanted some damn traction, man. And shit, Candace gave him the traction, slapped his ass on that thumbnail, and this is probably the first Tim Pool clip I've ever watched in my damn life, honestly. Just straight through, honestly. Just being honest, man. Oh, I watched him, Milo, when Milo sat down and talked crazy about Benny Johnson. Wasn't that on Tim Pool's show?
Patrol agent, please get involved.
All right, this Candace response. We just gonna watch her response to Tim Pool.
Yeah, this is very scary, very scary. And I was always telling the truth about the coordination of an assassination attempt, which involved Israel and French intelligence agencies. Now, on that note, I am obviously taking a lot of personal risk to get out the truth to you guys pertaining to what is happening to Charlie Kirk.
You said they spread a lot of conspiracies. Well, listen, I'm promised to tell y'all this, that today, tonight, we finna watch Candace's episode over here tonight. I'm just gonna go on and let y'all know, because I seen on her Twitter or her Instagram one of them damn stories. Let me pull it up. She, whoever said that watching Candace is like a damn episode of Scooby-Doo, and on the next one, you know what I'm saying, it's damn near like it. I'm just gonna be honest. Not saying it's a bad thing. It's damn near like it, because it's always something, man. But she's doing hundreds of millions of views weekly. Candace probably done 1 billion views in September. Probably not 1 billion. Probably close to it though. She probably got close to it, like across all platforms. It says just then, Candace Owens now claims she has proof the U.S. military was involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Owens say she received an email from a man in the military, which she claims she received last night. She said, it feels like today will be the day the government can no longer deny it. Charlie Kirk was assassinated and our military was involved. That's what Candace posted last night on her story, man. Yesterday was the Feast of Immaculate Conception in the Catholic world. It's a day of holy obligation. As soon as my podcast ended, I raced over to church for Mass. I distinctly prayed for a final peace. I prayed for God to give me a peace to the Charlie Kirk mystery that would be the nail in the coffin and expose the cover-up. I went home and I had a late dinner. I went up to lay in my daughter's for 15 minutes before going down to mine and thought, I'll just check the tips inbox. It was the first email I opened. I genuinely cannot see this as anything other than an immediately answered prayer, a story from a man in the military that is about to blow this case open. It feels like today will be the day the government can no longer deny it. Charlie Kirk was assassinated and our military was involved, allegedly. This is Candace Owens' words. I can't wait to share this information with you guys today. That was crazy. So I guess that's what she's talking about in this episode. That's right here, man. Let me get on, man.
One of the easiest things in the world is to be a critic of Candace Owens and a part of the people who do not have the courage to prod this federal narrative. It was, of course, being Tim Pool, who has now dedicated hours and now is trying to signal to the public that I don't have security, which is untrue, but he is trying to get me harmed. I don't know what I have ever done to Tim Pool to deserve that at all, but Tim Pool has had some very choice words for me, which were trending last night on X, and I would like to share that to you because he thinks it's an act of bravery to attack me in this moment. So take a listen to Tim Pool.
Owens.
Hey, JB Hitman, get the fuck out. You talking about shut up and let the video play. Go to Candace's page and watch it uninterrupted. Right now, you tuned in with Plug. You're in my house, man. Take your shoes off. Leave them at the door, man. And if you hang around, you might get a bag of plain Lays with your stale ass, man. Stale up.
Is a f***ing evil scumbag. She is a degenerate. She is burning everything down, gloating and smiling while she does it. And you know what you told me? She has no security. She doesn't deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer. And all of these conservatives out there that send me these messages have no balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't DM me like I did something for you as you cower, as you cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which he's doing to me right now.
Yeah, that was the...
I'm not gonna lie to him, you might have needed it. You might have needed it, man. Candace might have just threw you an alley-oop, man. Your analytics finna go crazy, man. She might have just threw you an alley-oop.
Done with these people.
She has security, just not on the level of you.
Oh yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. Shouldn't give two no one's out for her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy. And she doesn't give a about her security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my property and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in. I got people showing up and beating up the residents who trying to live there. How the am I even supposed to sell this property?
So there's a lot to unpack there. First and foremost, what you are seeing right there is on a display of testosterone. Men that speak to women like this are not tough guys, okay? What you are seeing is actually a display of estrogen. Everything he is doing there is somebody who is not a man, he is not tough, and he would never dare to speak to a man like that, right? People that find that very easy. Secondly, Tim Pool doesn't even have the intellect to understand that we put him in the thumbnail because he accused me in a full episode with Milo Yiannopoulos, which we showed and contextualized, of being someone who benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination. So he thinks he's being accused. No, you accused me of that in like a actually, I think it was 2-hour episode with Milo Yiannopoulos, in which Milo defended me and explained that I am not to blame for the lame excuses that the feds have given us regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination, and that if we do need to have some spiritual searching in terms of what the Republican Party has become, that the time for that is now, okay? So this little, and I really like, he's a small person for this, a very small person who is also theatrical, Timothy Smollett, who pretends every year like people are trying to kill him. He's a chronic fence sitter, okay? Pretending like he is braving the wilderness for being what? The 110,000th person who's making a video about Candace Owens of Charlie Kirk's assassination. He thinks he's pioneering that. Are you out of your mind? It's only the safest thing you can do. What's next? Is he going to make a video and call Kanye West anti-Semitic? Like that's what he's pioneering right now. Oh my gosh, so original. Like, is he going to call Donald Trump evil in 2016? The storm that he's braving is jumping on the side of what everyone else is doing. Is a fundamentally weak man for what he did there. He should apologize. He won't. I don't care what happens to his platform. He's now essentially trying out because he's under financial pressure. He's trying out for Zionists to pay him, and they will. Okay, they will cut him a check, and I hope it happens for you, Tim. I hope it makes you happy. But to do that to someone who has never done anything to you other than disagree with you, Charlie Kirk narrative, I have not focused my content on you, and any time your name has come up, it has been because you have explicitly been attacking me. You are a coward. You are less than a man. You are behaving, your type right there is like a person who's having financial issues and yet decides to go out and put 100K on a poker game, and when he loses and is a further 100K in the hole, comes back home and beats his wife and kids and thinks he's a tough guy. That's how you're acting right now. I'm not your wife. I'm not your kids. Get your affairs in order and stop blaming me, because I'm actually traversing down the path that hasn't been traveled by standing up and saying that something corrupt happened and Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And I don't care midterms, okay? I don't care about your next year midterms and whether or not the Republican Party is united, okay? Because I don't want to stand next to people that would cover up Charlie Kirk's assassination. I hope that I have made my point perfectly clear. We'll be back after a message from some of our sponsors. After this email hit my inbox, I was...
All right, we're going to see what she talking about with the email. Dorsey, you trying to call in, man? Call in, Dorsey. You got to stay on topic, though, if you calling in, man. Go on, call in, Dorsey.
Calling this person, and I had no idea what it was going to lead to, whether it was going to be a totally insane person, or whether or not it
appreciate that, Jay Cricket.
A very swiftly answered prayer. We're planning our anniversary trip. Someone tried to...
Oh, no, the fuck, we not planning our anniversary trip while we got ads on this bad boy. Hold on, chat. Let me get the ads off of here, man. Let me get the ads off of here, man. What the hell is going on?
All right, you guys, happy Tuesday. Where to begin? Well, in the final... and it's legit. This is a legit story that I'm about to share with you, and I want to say before I relay it that the descriptions of the people are based off of his own memory, but the facts pertaining to where he was, whether he was where he says he was, for the reasons that he says that he was there.
What it do?
Plug. Hey, did you miss me?
Hell no.
Hey, man. My phone got hijacked by AI, man. I couldn't call for a whole 2 weeks, man. I had to just go get another phone.
Yeah, the universe put your ass in time out because you had been calling in, piping up, doing too much, they said. So the universe set your ass down.
Hey, the universe needs to mind its own damn business. Dorsey got his phone back, so now the universe got to suffer. Now, as far as Candace Owens stating that the U.S. military assassinated Charlie Kirk,
We finna watch it now. She said it. I hadn't seen it. I didn't know that episode came out yesterday. That's exactly what we finna watch. Her saying the military is involved.
Okay, well, I'm deadly against that because that's the job of the CIA. That's not the military's job. That's the CIA job to take care of any internal threat.
Now, could they not have like a joint operation going?
Nah, because, see, the CIA like to keep the military out of its business because the military talk too much. Somebody in the military going to have a vein of conscience.
But that's not what was going on. But what about the Afghan dude that just shot the guardsman? Didn't they say he was training with a CIA paramilitary group and the Green Berets? That was a joint operation there.
Yeah, but see, when he was training with the Green Berets, that's when he was in country, right? When he was in Afghanistan.
And he tried to. It was the CIA paramilitary and the Green Berets. He was training with all of them. Allegedly.
Yeah, but see, it don't take no special force training to just walk up on two idiots and shoot the shit out of them.
I know, Dorsey. What I'm trying to say is, you said it could be the CIA. My thing was, okay, I agree, it could be, but I'm saying, could it be a joint thing? You said no, it don't be joint, and then I was just showing you an example of, hey, when they was training dude over here that just shot up these guardsmen, they said it was a joint thing.
Okay, so let me put it to you this way.
Thank you, Anonymous.
If you was in the Boy Scouts, then you went on to become explorer for the police department, then you become a cop. Is that a joint operation, or is that three separate entities that led to your career?
It depends on if it was a system that flowed. If it was a system that flowed, kind of like before you become a certain type of doctor, you got to go get this and then go get this. I mean, it is separate. You could stop, but these things all have to go on in order for him to be selected. But they said it was only between 200 and 300 of those people that were selected. I'm pretty sure upon them selecting him, they let him know, you're going to go downstream this way. You're going to do this, then you're going to do this, then you're going to do this. So, yes, it might be compartmentalized, but it's still joint.
Okay, so I can see that. My whole retort was that what came first, the chicken or the egg? But since, you're saying stay on subject and so forth, when they recruit these people and so forth, they go through a screening process in the beginning anyway. Are you capable of doing this? Are you capable of doing that, right? Any feeling of conscience about things. So when you say it like that, I would just wonder, why would the CIA or the military waste the asset in attacking its own National Guard troops? You know what I'm saying? Now, I can see if the dude was a sleeper cell, how they was fighting in Afghanistan, and people would pretend like they was American, on America's side, and as soon as they got inside the camp, they would assassinate a general and so forth. I can see that. But as far as our government actively actively going against its own self-interest, that makes no sense. Now, the CIA, I can see the CIA doing that, The CIA don't have no... And it's funny, I'm just saying, it's funny how Trump spoke against the CIA in his first term, and now all of a sudden he buddy-buddy with the CIA. You see where I'm coming from? He didn't have no faith in the FBI.
I really haven't heard Trump say much about the CIA this term. Thank you, Trump Bunny. I've heard him talk about the FBI a lot, DOJ. I really haven't heard him talk about the CIA too much.
You see what I'm saying? But remember, the first time he was all against the CIA. Remember? Mm. He was dogging them out. He was dogging out all of the departments. But all of a sudden, he's silent with the CIA. I don't know. I just think that maybe Trump is using the CIA to stir up the pot, to keep the country on its toes, to keep people afraid of what's going on.
But the thing about it is that Trump's call at that point. If we say if we say all of these operations are quote unquote rogue small unit CIA that goes and does this shit, they always use plausible deniability. And when have we ever heard that lately, okay, the president wanted the CIA to go do this, other than Maduro? That's the only thing. I'm talking about inside of here. We heard them do it with Maduro, but that's about it.
Hey, well, I'm going to go back to Ronald Reagan when he said that he didn't know nothing about it.
And that's what I'm saying.
And then Oliver North took the blame for everything. But we all know that Ronald Reagan was in. The president, I mean, I'm being honest with you, Plug. Yeah, there might be some kind of rogue factions inside of each part of the military and the CIA. But the president is the one who has the ultimate authority to approve things. And them talking about plausible deniability and all that, that's a bunch of legal bullshit to pretend of lying. What's going on in your department? You know, because it has political ramifications. And Trump knows what's going on because he got all his lackeys in office now. From the Department of Justice, FBI, CIA, the military. You know, he got everybody, he got all his ducks in a row. So ain't nothing going on without Trump knowing. I mean, I'm just being real.
I think
the corruption runs all the way from the root, all the way to the top of the tree.
I think it's a lot going on Trump don't know about.
Huh?
I think it's a lot going on Trump don't know about.
I think he do know about it. They just don't go into no details.
Correct. He might know of it, but knowing of it and knowing about it is two different things.
Right. I agree with you there that he probably don't know the exact details of how they going about in the operation, but he knows what the goals of the operation is.
I don't think any president stepping into that seat knows exactly what all of the broader implications are, what's going on. You know, like I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think anybody. It's so much information and so many different things going on at the same time. That's why it's so compartmentalized. That's why it's so many different. Maybe he has an overview of the overall mission. Like, okay, this is all going on because this is the overall mission. But inside of those compartments, like, they don't know. The president probably don't know what the end goal for that mission is, as long as it aligns with the overall direction of the country. Because there's so much information, it's no way one person could just sit there and really be on top of every single thing, unless it's AI.
Okay, I agree with you on that, because usually he has committees and so forth. You know, he get people and select committees to handle that type of business. That's like the Majestic 12. You ever heard of that one? You know, about the UFOs and stuff?
No, but I seen that congresswoman and that other person come out and say that we part of a galactic federation, and it's going on right now. That congresswoman said that she couldn't really talk about it, but she said, well, we don't call them extraterrestrials. We call them what the hell did she say?
Interdimensional beings?
Yeah, interdimensional. That's what she said. We don't call them extraterrestrial. We call them interdimensional. And she say it's going on, man. She said she had to go in the room, had to leave her phone, no phones, no tablets, no computers, and shit. They talked about it, and that's what's going on. She said the only thing I can say without, getting in trouble is we don't call them extraterrestrials. We call them interdimensional.
In that since I was a kid, man. Don't ask me how I know that. Aliens are not from a physical space. They're from a dimensional space. I read this. Now, this sounds crazy, but I read way back as a kid. I think I was about 7 years old. That when they did those nuclear test bombs, it tore a hole in the fabric of the dimension. And then that's how the aliens was aware of what was going on Earth, because they got the energy surge and it tore a hole in the dimensions. I know it sounds crazy, but at the same time, we do have legends of the demons and so forth, and that's basically what I think those people or the interdimensional beings are. I think they are what we would consider demons, angels, and so forth.
Correct. And I
I'm
think
just being-
that, and I believe that shit.
You believe it?
Hell yeah. Hold on. Let me tell this nigga I'm on live. I think that it's finna come to a point in time to where the interdimensional beings and shit, man, they're using AI and all of this shit to come back to reality. When they talk about these shit and these historical texts and motherfuckers was banished for 10,000 years and shit and they've been trying to escape, AI is the damn escape, man.
Well, I believe in that. I believe that the technology...
Especially when we got this. We got Elon with the Neuralink. They're talking about eventually they're going to be able to transfer consciousness in the next 20 to 30 years. You'll be able to transfer consciousness into a robot and live forever. What difference is that between a interdimensional being hooking up to a damn robot? Same situation. In theory, to me.
So, yeah, but interdimensional beings...
See, that's what you see. Christ King says, listen, demons need man's consent. Christ King, but does that apply to robots and AI? The demons need man's consent to come on in you, but does that translate to AI and robots? Go ahead, Dorsey. I'll let you take it.
I would say this. When they did the exorcism, all them different things about demon possessions and so forth, the Catholic Church speaks on it, but the rest of the religions, they don't like to talk about that. Baptists don't talk about demon possession and how to exorcise and all that. I think that what it is there's a vibrational level that these demons have to come in. And as far as with you, as far as giving them permission to take over your body, that's why they go through all them rituals. I don't know what the rituals, pertain to, but you have to go through some steps in order to get yourself possessed by a demon.
See, this the difference.
You got to give up your free will.
Gucci. Prada, Gucci, Fendi. This is the difference. See, you say robots don't have feelings. All the robots can do is tasks like cook and clean. That's not transhuman robots. See, that's just a robot, core robot, regular robot. But we're transhumans now. I don't think people realize that once Elon hooked up the Neuralink, not to one person, but it's 12 people walking around right now with the Neuralink. Those are transhumans. They are using the signals from the vertebrae, wherever right here, to control shit, to control screens and shit. They got 200 IQ if they want to. They can download skills and shit. Just right now, they're doing it for a better quality of life because, they might have something going on. Think about a regular person. Think about somebody like Usain Bolt hooking up with a Neuralink. Now you the fastest man in the world and you got a 200 plus IQ. Transhumanism. That's where we're going right now. So let me go back up to your damn comment so I can get back on topic and tie it back in. Hold on, Dorsey.
Like the Matrix, ain't it?
Hold on, Dorsey. Robots don't have feelings, and all the robots can do is tasks like cook or clean. Now take that same comment and think about a transhuman. A transhumanism person, not a transhuman like the LGBTQ, a transhuman like robot, like you got the Neuralink hooked up to you, man.
That means that now you're a biological
Correct.
robot.
So now what's the next step after the Neuralink? What's the next step after you just put the Neuralink in and you still got your human body? The next iteration will be removing the human body and getting a body that can withstand the test of time, that can live forever, quote unquote, with the proper maintenance, and transferring that consciousness into that body. Because what do they always say? The body is a vessel, right? Everyone shall perish one day, right? They have been trying to find the damn El Dorado and the Fountain of Youth since I was a little boy. Since the beginning of time, they've been looking for the City of Gold and they've been looking for the Fountain of Youth. Well, it sounds like we about 20, 30 years away from it, man. And that's why all of this shit is going on, man. This acceleration of shit.
Plug, you was a little nerd when you was a little boy, huh?
I don't know, man. I guess.
Reading about El Dorado, the City of Gold, and then you talking about the Fountain of Youth. That means that you had a good education. Your parents taught you well. There's a lot of people who are not aware of those type of legends and so forth. But back on subject, now that you made it, you kind of gave me a general idea of what's going on. Because, see, I've been out of touch for the last 3 weeks, right? And it has something to do with AI. I was talking to one of my partners, and then he said, hey, man, there's a green light going on my phone. I said, why? And then I looked on my phone, green light going on my phone. Next thing I know, my phone started talking to me, started bossing me around. And I'm sitting up here arguing for the last, 2 weeks with AI trying to get control of my phone. So in that case, I might have to agree with you because it seemed like that phone had a mind of its own. I kept trying to argue with it, kept touching it, to double tap this, do this, and man, after a while, man, I threw that shit in the back of my car and went and got another phone. I'm just being real. I ain't spoke to AI since. The battery died down. So I can imagine if we had a military of nothing but human controlled robots. I mean, with the enemy, like you said, downloaded into the vessel. Whether it be a tank, or jet, or whatever. Well, it don't have to be in a humanoid form, and for it to download your consciousness into it. Movie Christine, about the car that was possessed by a demon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you know what? You might be right. And then, that also, I used to watch Adult Swim. Remember that show Ghost in the Machine? The special agents used to have enhanced abilities and so forth, and then they would have a skeleton made out of titanium, but they would have human flesh around it, kind of like Terminator. So I guess
that's a sleeve,
now,
nigga.
I guess
we didn't know about sleeves back then. Now they got sleeves. We know what they finna put over these robots, man. They finna put the same thing they used for them sex dolls, man. They finna slap it on them robots, man. Put some holes in them bad boys, man, and put them to the market, man. They gonna feel like it's gonna be silicone, man. Just like them damn sex dolls, man. They got the damn sleeve, man. They gonna have real weave in them motherfuckers and everything, man.
Oh, man. Damn. You kind of scaring me with that.
And think about it, man. Think about the damn sex toys and shit they got now, man. They got the damn, they gonna put one of them pocket coochies right there on the robot, man. Gonna drill a hole in it, put a pocket coochie on it, man, and roll them out, man. Let's be real.
Excuse me. So then you talking about slavery all over again.
No, I'm talking about they finna be banging robots. It's finna go from banging sex dolls to banging robots, man.
But what if the robots say they don't feel like it that night?
Oh, that shit.
Take the robot.
Man, take that shit up with the law. It's finna have to be some damn laws put in place.
Yeah, but let me look at it this way. So say for instance you was an old billionaire, right? Then you downloaded your personality into that robot. Are you really that person, or are you just an imitation of that person?
Man, I don't know, man. If you're an imitation of that person, especially if you still alive, but I'm saying this, man. If you're banging the damn sex doll, you're just banging a sex doll. But when it comes to the robot, are the robots finna have some damn rights? That's the difference. Cause people finna be banging these robots, bro.
So
people are finna be banging these robots.
If you die and you download your personality into the robot, do you still have legal rights to your assets, or are you dead?
Shit, that shit gotta if you transfer if they talking about transferring the consciousness and shit, then that's your ass still gonna be alive. It's damn near like a that's like saying if you get a transplant on everything. Let's say you get all your organs transplanted, you got and you got prosthetics, right? Is that still you?
If your brain is still intact, yes. That's what we consider being where our personality is, inside our head.
Is it the brain or is it the consciousness?
I would say they go equivalent because, once you brain dead, you ain't got no consciousness, right? That's going to be something. As of now,
yes. But how long is that going to stand? Is that going to stand technology? Is that going to remain true over the next 20 to 25, 30 years?
Yeah, but then there's going to be an argument in the courts about what is life. You understand? Now you got to reevaluate what is considered to be life. Now, as far as with the scientific, meaning that if you can procreate, because that's what life is about.
What do you mean? Hold on. Some beats. Robots already here, man. You can get on Walmart.com right now and order you one for like $23,000. I don't know what you mean, man. You can order you a robot right now for about 23 racks. Go ahead.
Yeah, they got all kind of robots running around China right now. You ain't seen that little robot? You see it on YouTube? The one that was punking the dude out on the bike? All aggressive and walking up on him? So, yeah, robots are in existence right now. They're in limited numbers, but 20 years from now, shoot, man, ain't no telling what's going to happen. Then you're talking about they're trying to make military-type robots and drones and all that, and then enhanced with AI, and then, like I said, you might as well just go on and say...
Here you go, right here. Walmart got the Unitree G1 humanoid robot for $21,600. Manufactured by Hangzhou-based Unitree Robotics. Listed on Walmart's U.S. website with free shipping and a 6-unit purchase limit. So you can only buy 6 of them. The same model retails for about $13,500 in China. The Walmart listing has sparked the online discussion due to its high price. So in China, you get the same robot for $14,000. In America, it's going to cost you about $21,600. Y'all want to see what it look like?
Yeah, let me go and see what the robot looks like.
It's the one that I Show Speed had. It's the same one that I Show Speed had on that one stream. Here you go. You can order one of these right now for 21 racks to the crib, free shipping.
You get no damn robot for no damn 21 racks. That's about, I can get a whole heat.
Man, you echoing, Dorsey.
Oh no, that's my other phone. Yeah, okay. So anyway. So, I wouldn't want no robot, man. You see a real person for less than $300.
You see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, now what they gonna do is they gonna put silicone on it, man, just like the little sex dolls, man. They gonna put a pocket coochie on them, man, and a pocket mouth on them things, man. And it's probably gonna be crazy, man.
Nasty,
man, I'm just telling you what the hell finna go on, man. Shit, this shit ain't no game. This shit here. Everybody playing. Everybody playing and shit, man.
For $21,000, man, you could date somebody, man, a real person, man.
For how long?
I don't know, depending on what country she comes from. Depending on what culture, because
you ain't right, Dorsey.
They got their women trained. You know what I'm saying? Those women don't talk back at nothing. They keep a little kitten over their face, and they do their thing. But as far as with the robot, I mean, if 21,000. So what if you could download your consciousness in a car? Now I'll do that for a car, 21,000. I'll pay that. But as far as
Now, why the fuck would you want to have your consciousness as a car?
Huh?
Why would you want to have your consciousness as a car? Like, what is this?
Because then I can travel. I can travel everywhere. You wouldn't have to get no hotel. You wouldn't have to pay for no food. You just in the car, getting your little self charged up because it'll be electric and so forth.
So you want to be a
you just go
transformer, not